Hey guys, it's Maddie. It's Thursday, and today I'm gonna be getting a betta fish. I have had fish since I was a freshman in college. I got my very first one when I was in my second semester of school, and I've had them pretty much ever since. However, last school year I lived in my sorority house, and pets of any kind were not allowed unless it was either an emotional support animal or a service animal. And obviously a fish doesn't really meet that criteria. So it's been a while since I've had a fish, but now that I'm living on my own in my own apartment, I am ready to have a fish again, and I'm really excited about it. This video is not going to be particularly exciting, but like I just really wanted a fish, so this is what you guys are going to get.
So this is my tank setup. I've got in a couple of little hidey holes and some plants, and in the back we've got a filter, and off to the side we've got a heater and a thermometer, and now all that's missing is the fish.
Right now I'm on my way to my local Petco to go get a fish. I'm usually loyal to PetSmart, but I went to PetSmart the other day so I could pick up like a few things for my new little guy, and they didn't have betta fish or any small animal of any kind. The only pets that they had for adoption were cats, I think a dog, and a rabbit. Now, I've been wanting a pet for a while, and I've been debating bringing home various small animals. I thought about like lizards and guinea pigs, but at risk of repeating Hamstergate 2016, I decided a fish was probably the least offensive thing I could bring home. You know, the thing that would be least likely to irritate my roommates.
Whoa, look at this thing. This is apparently a chinchilla. It's really cute.
Look at these fancy little mice. They're running around all crazy. This little guy's going balls deep for food over here.
And we got their female friends up here who are also just going crazy. Like, look at this one. This one's digging. Oh. Yes, girl, clean yourself. Oh, he's so sleepy. I've always wanted a guinea pig, but I can't because I have roommates. Maybe someday in the future. Here we go, hamsters. We're gonna have Hamstergate 2K18. Yes. These tiny fish tanks always make me really sad because you should definitely not be putting a fish in something that's only 1 gallon. And especially this right here that says it's ideal for your betta. That is definitely not true. Like over here at this betta habitat that's only 1.3 gallons, or this one that's not even a gallon. It's just really sad.
People always say that like betta fish can survive in small environments, and they can, but they're not going to be happy. You should definitely have a betta fish in a tank that's at least 5 gallons big. And even that to me looks really tiny. Like mine is 5.5 gallons, and I just think that looks so small.
Alright, here we are, the angry boys, the murder fish. Do you want to be my new friend? You're pretty. I like this one. He's very energetic too. So I got him. We're in the car. I'm a little worried about taking him home because of the shape of this cup. The reason I like going to PetSmart instead of Petco to get fish is because the cups at PetSmart fit my cup holders, and this one is very awkwardly shaped, so I don't know where I'm going to keep this guy. It's going to be an interesting drive home. It's about 4 miles away.
I feel kind of like I'm driving with a newborn baby. Like I'm so afraid.
In 2.5 miles.
Take exit 109A onto Catella Avenue towards Orangewood Avenue.
There's my GPS.
I'm just so afraid of like toppling him over because like his cup has like a little hole in the top, I think for air. But like I'm just so afraid it's gonna knock him over. Also, friends, do not try this at home. Do not vlog while driving. I am setting a very, very, very bad example. So I forgot how many speed bumps there are in the parking lot of my apartment complex. So I tried to take them as slow as I possibly could. I hope the little guy's okay. Like, seems like a lot. Also, while all of this was going on, I texted my mom that I missed her, and she left me on red. Thanks, Mom!
So we have 2 cats, an indoor cat and an outdoor cat. And the outdoor cat seemed very interested in the little guy. You can't eat him, he is a friend. Now let's go ahead and acclimate our angry boy.
While he's acclimating, I just wanted to take a moment and clear up some misconceptions about owning fish, but in particular about owning betta fish. The very first thing that I see that happens a lot is that people will get a fish and they'll just put it in regular old tap water, which is very bad for fish. You do need to dechlorinate the water with like a water conditioner or a dechlorinator before you can just put them in. For my angry boy, I got this Betta conditioner. I don't know if it's any different than just regular old water conditioner, but we're gonna see. Another thing is that you do have to acclimate them to the water. You can't just like plop them in your tank and just hope for the best. You really need to get them adjusted to the water or else they can go into shock. Or if you're my parents, you can just put them in regular tap water without acclimating them and somehow they live. So I don't know. Fish actually do have really long lifespans if you take care of them. They're not supposed to just die in like a few months. Now, male bettas do need to be solitary. You can't have more than one betta in a tank if it's a male. If it's a female, you can have multiple, but it's suggested to keep them in odd numbers. You can have more than one male betta in a tank if you divide the tank, so you put like something in between two halves of the tank so that not only can they not get at each other, but they also can't see each other. And this is because male betta fish are very territorial and they at best will fight with their tank mates and at worst kill them or even themselves. Some people do have success putting in like cories and other kinds of fish with male bettas, but I wouldn't recommend this to a beginner because you just don't know the temperament of the fish that you're getting. Bettas actually should not be in very small in very small environment. They should be kept in tanks that are at least 5 gallons minimum, and this is not necessarily because they can't survive in small places, but it's because it's just really unethical to keep an animal in a very small place. It's like putting a human in a closet and having them live there. It's also a lot easier for you as a fish owner to have a bigger tank, which I know seems kind of counterintuitive, but you do have to do pretty regular water changes when you have a fish just to make sure that ammonia and other stuff isn't building up. And if you have a 5-gallon tank, you can get away with doing it once a week, only taking out some of the water. But if you have like a very small tank that's not even a gallon, in order to keep your fish healthy, you are going to have to do that about once a day, which is pretty tedious. And I know the big argument is made that at the pet stores, fish, and in particular betta fish, are kept in very small environments, but the main reason for that is space issues. You know, pet stores just don't have the space required to put all of their fish in their own tanks and stuff, and especially with betta fish in particular, because not only do male bettas fight a lot, you're just asking for trouble if you're putting them into tanks with one another. And also, big note, do not put a male and a female betta fish together because they also can fight, but also you might end up with a lot of fish babies. Unless you are like a fish breeder, it's not something I recommend because baby fish need a lot of care and attention, and once those fish get big, they are going to need their own space because they will fight or reproduce, and I'm assuming you just don't have the space for like 100 betta fish babies. Another thing to note is that betta fish are tropical fish, so they do need warm water. The easiest way to attain this is to just get a heater and put it in their tank. I mean, I guess if you are really dedicated, you can like put warm water in periodically, but it's just much easier to just have a heater in the tank. Alright, it's time to release him.
Alright, little buddy, be free. Alright, look at him. He's all in his new home exploring. Seems very happy, swimming very fast. What do you think, bud? Are you checking everything out? You like your new home?
You know, watching him swim around is part of the reason why I love fish so much. They're just so tranquil, always at peace swimming around and stuff, and it's just really calming to watch them. So I have named my new little angry boy. I have been watching way too much Glee, so because of his coloring, I have decided to name him Blaine Warbler. And yes, his full name is Blaine Warbler. It's not Blaine, it's not Warbler, it's Blaine Warbler because he's blue and red, kind of like the Warblers' uniforms. Initially, I was a little bit worried about our indoor cat getting to the fish, but the cat usually doesn't come into my bedroom, and if she does, she doesn't really stay that long, so I'm hoping that will be okay. Mostly if she comes in my room, honestly, she just wants to go into the bathroom and like play with the toilet. Cats are weird, dude. You know, sometimes I just want to make videos that nobody asked for, including buying a fish. I don't even have an explanation. Like, I just wanted a fish, and you guys got to watch it, so yeah. Sorry, I kind of look like a bit of a train wreck today, and this video is something that nobody would have wanted to see, but you're welcome. And I'm going to take very good care of Blaine Warbler for the rest of his 2 to 5 year lifespan.
What do you think, Blaine Warbler? Are you gonna say goodbye to our subscribers? They're your subscribers now.
Alright, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I make videos here every so often. I'll have links and other good stuff under my bed, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Peace out, Girl Scout!